Well, hello everyone. This is Carrie back with Family eBiz. I know I'm a few minutes late and I apologize. I got behind on my Facebook Live right beforehand. My voice is going slowly out because I've got a bunch of congestion. But I'm here. We're going to talk about List Building 101. To get started, I do want to, excuse me, hopefully I won't cough through the whole thing. I really have not talked all day long so that I would be ready at 3 o'clock and 3:30 to do my two Facebook lives. So we are going to get going on this. We're going to talk about list building. Think about this. Last week, 1 week ago today, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp were all down. So leave a comment and let me know. Did that affect your business? If it did, how? Or if it didn't, then say that it didn't affect you. But I think that for a lot of people, if you depend or if you have a lot going on with social media, it did. I will tell you my story, and then y'all can write in comments about how it affected you. Every Monday I try to go live here and in my homeschool group. And so I got on and I got everything set up. I thought we were ready for this that afternoon. And then about 10 o'clock, I was going to go in and schedule a few reminder posts in each of the groups. I couldn't get on Facebook. Couldn't get on Facebook. I'm like, oh my goodness, really? So I already had a backup plan in my head. So there's one thing. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to have some backup plans. And what are you going to do? The reason I could have a backup plan is I had an email list. Like in this group, oh, I don't know how many. There's like 300, 200, 300, 400 people for Family eBiz. In my email list, there's like 2 or 3,000 people. Now, that's not a huge list. It works. I love my list. I have a homeschool list that's a lot bigger and different. But this is just, I knew that I could contact anyone and everyone that was interested. I also knew that I could go to YouTube because I have done YouTube lives before. Now, we still had yeah, I gave y'all the wrong link. I gave a lot of people the wrong link. But I was able to pivot and move forward because I had built my list and I had a relationship with my list. So let's talk for a minute about some ideas that you could use to build your list. Now, I need to qualify this. I am not talking about ways to drive traffic in hopes that someone will sign up for your list. We can talk about that another day. How do we build our list? How do we grow our list? How do we get those people on our list that will stay on our list and open our emails? That's what we're talking about today. So I just want you to know there's a difference between driving traffic to all the places maybe they could sign up and truly building a good list. And so today we're going to talk. I think there's 10 tips today. I didn't number them because my printer keeps messing up, and so we just have bullets. Number one, and some of these I know if you have been working, the first few are ones that you already know. But sometimes they're good reminders, and sometimes we need to go back and reevaluate and think about this. So the first one is your customer. Who is your target market? A lot of people call this your customer avatar. Tip number one. And I don't mean like, oh, it's a female that likes, like, okay, I'll just take something. My daughter just had a baby. So maybe you're going to talk about postpartum depression. It's a female that has postpartum depression, a mom. No, I'm talking like get down and think. Well, how old is this person? What kind of books do they read? How do they take in their information? Are they on what kind of phones or laptops or whatever are they on? What shows? What resources do they use? Do they work or do they not work? Do they stay home? Do they work part-time? Get in the middle of their head and write down every detail you can think about your target market, your customer avatar. And I've shared this, I won't go deeply into it, but for my homeschool moms, I know that for the most part, they are, sometimes it comes 25 to 55. I like to say 30 to 50 as our target market. Yes, they're female. Most stay at home, but I would say a percentage of them do work outside the home or work from the home. they are homeschooling their children. Not all their kids may go to homeschool. Some of them may do something different. I actually have a percentage of grandmas, so I do have some of the older group. Now, I could go on and on about that. Most of them are a single income family, like I said, but some do, and I have single moms. So you need to write down everything you can think of about that person. Why? Because when you build your list, you need to imagine that person. There is a time, and still even to this day, when I'm writing an email, especially one that's totally from scratch, I will imagine a friend of mine that homeschools right now, and I will pretend like I'm writing a personal email to them. So, and that way I can build a relationship. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, let's just do that. Next thing to build a list, you need to remember relationship first, money later. Relationship first, money later. Well, obviously, the first email you send to someone that joins your list shouldn't have a sales pitch in it. I know that sounds obvious, but it may not be obvious to everyone. What is your goal? Your goal is to serve them, to help them, to show them that you care and that you offer results for whatever it is. You've got to make sure that they see that you offer results. The things that you share really do work and will make a transformation in their life. So that is building a relationship. Now, there's a lot of ways you can do that, but I'm just saying, let's just take that. Tip one, customer avatar. Tip two, relationships first, money later. And I meant to say, if y'all have a question along the way, please put it in there. We'll talk about those at the end. The next thing is a lead magnet, and most of you have heard about it. It's a freebie. And so you need to give a lead magnet, but don't just make up any lead magnet. Make up a lead magnet that your customer avatar needs and wants. Probably first is want, and then you can move to need, because sometimes they don't know what they need. They just know what they want or they think they need. So you can survey the topics with your groups, and if you're not sure and you don't have a list, here's what I would recommend to get this. Go join some other Facebook groups or other groups of some sort in your niche, and then do a search with the word how or help. How will lead you to questions that people on that group are already asking. I actually did this for my homeschool group. I think it was a week ago. I was just doing some research, and I thought, I joined the group, and once I joined the group, I really didn't participate much at all. I was just doing some background information, but it helped me understand what they were asking questions about. All right, next, so we have a customer avatar, relationships first, lead magnet. Next, we need to use our emails, because that we have a list and we need to email them. You need to understand the difference between different emails. Number one, a broadcast. This is an email that you send at a certain time to everyone on your list or to a certain segment of your list. It really depends. But it's sent out that one time. The next one is a follow-up. And different email systems use different things. I used to use follow-ups a lot. I don't anymore. But this would be, hey, they signed up for the list. They get this email, all in order, and you can tell them how many days apart. All right? And so that would be a follow-up. The next type is a campaign, and that's what I use because it can be based on tags. I can have everyone here in Family eBiz in one big list. But maybe you sign up and you're more interested in webinars. Okay, then I can send some follow-up emails about webinars. Or maybe you're more interested in getting started, so I can send some follow-up emails. What do those follow-up emails do? Let me go back and explain. The follow-up messages in a campaign are based on the tag. So they land on your website. They sign up for your lead magnet. When they click the button and they land in your email service provider, that form that they just filled out tells your account, tag them every time, like it may be webinar, tag webinar every time someone fills out this form. And so then my campaign is started every time someone signs up for the webinar lead magnet, something like that. What does that do for you? Well, one, it lets you focus on building more your list and growing your list and not having to send out an email every day. It automates it all. And so that's a good thing. Now, on these broadcast follow up and campaign messages, there is something that I think is really important. You're using these so that they know you, they like you, and they trust you. And I've said that many times. They have to first know who you are and get to know you. Then they gotta like you, and then if they trust you, they'll buy your stuff. And if you can show that you offer results and that you care, they're more likely to buy your resources. But what kind of emails do you send out? Here's just a little quick idea. I've shared this before. I use the 30 30 30. 30% personal, 30% um, information, like a blog post or how to do something, and 30% sales. And so that will just give you a guideline as you're setting up campaigns or broadcasts or whatever it is you're sending out. The other thing, and this, let's see, customer avatar, lead magnet, relationships, follow up messages, video. Video is huge. And I think when someone can sit and watch you and see your face, and if you've got a product, like here's one of my homeschool things, and I hold up this, and then I can say, and look, you know what, here's what some people said about this book, and I can read the testimonies right there. That's powerful. And that gives your people on your list confidence to stay on your list and to open your emails. And so, again, that's a know, like, and trust factor, and that can help you grow your list. And build your list is really a better word because we're building it so they stay on your list and they don't unsubscribe. They stay on your list and you can eventually sell them stuff as well. Now, another thing to help us build our list is something called split testing. Sometimes you need to test things with your group. And if you've never heard of the term split testing, usually I do an A/B split testing. A year ago, October, I was really into should I include photos in my emails or not. And so everything, I had two emails. Everything was the exact same. This email had a photo, this one didn't. And I would send these, I would send half my list this one and half my list that one. And like I use Aweber, and so they have it set up. You should go in and split test and tell them what list it is and which email you want to send, and then they calculate it all for you. And I can look at the percentages and see not just did they open it, because that's just the subject line and who it's from, but did they click on the links? Did they click and go? And so there's we could do a whole workshop on split testing, but that can help you grow your list. Customer avatar, relationships, lead magnet, follow-up messages, video, split testing, partner with other bloggers, other online businesses. Because then, yeah, I have people on my list that other bloggers have on their list. But oh well, if I build a good enough relationship, if I show them that I can give them results in this area of their homeschool, then they're going to stick with me. And so a few things you can do to do that are join in on giveaways. When there's a joint giveaway, you can do that, especially if you offer something in this big giveaway and you will receive the emails of the people that sign up for the giveaway. That's good because they're interested in something that you are giving away in that big grand prize, whatever. Another thing you can do to partner with other bloggers is guest blog post. This is how it would work. So maybe you get to know someone and say, hey, would you want to do a blog post exchange where you write a blog post and your friend posts it on their website, their blog. They write a blog post and you post it on yours. And then within that blog post, you offer your lead magnet. And then you can gather people into your list as well. So customer avatar, lead magnet, relationships, follow-up messages, split testing video, partner with other bloggers, images. If you're putting out things on social media or your blog posts or whatever, we are a visual society. So you need to be sure that you use good images for your lead magnet. I'll put a link to this. I actually spent the money to, I can't remember the name of the company, but I use it every week, sometimes every day. So I create my own cover images, but this company will do mock-ups. It's a one-time fee. It's less than $100, and every time I get a new cover, I can upload it there, and then they have mock-ups. So at Christmas time, they'll have like a Christmas tree or ornaments or whatever, and your ebook or iPad or whatever you want it to be is right there in the middle. I mean, sometimes they have a person holding it right here, and your covers right there on the iPhone that the person's using. So if you've ever seen some of those, or sometimes there's a still life, and then the book is sitting right there. Um, I love it. It makes it look a lot more professional than just putting out a spiral binding ebook. And so I would really encourage you. I think they're more attractive. I've used them on Facebook galore. I mean, a ton. I've used it in my email because I do think that images make a difference. And I think people will read the text, and there are some email blocking issues that I still research, but right now I still will put not a lot of images, but maybe one or two images in my emails to capture their opinion. So, for instance, tomorrow I am teaching 3 clues to keep Christ in Christmas, and I wanted something new. And so, I mean, I had my picture from last year. I just went in and created 2 more images for that, and that's what I'm sharing on Facebook this year. So that not that it's a new, it'll be a different workshop. Anyway, use good images. And if you don't know how, hire someone. And if you don't know where to hire someone, go to Upwork and see what you can find there. All right, the next to last one is testimonials. When you can use a testimonial and you share it with your list, they know, like it, they trust you more, and they're more likely to buy from you, and they will stay in your list because they're like, wow. So when I am selling something in my emails, I will actually include a testimonial. Pretty much like if I'm in a promotion, I try to include a testimonial in every single email. I even put testimonials on my freebie page, lead magnet. I think it was something this summer. I can't remember what it was, but someone wrote me back saying, "Oh, this is great." And so I said, and she wrote something really nice. Could I use that as a testimonial? Oh, sure. So I have a Google Drive doc, and we just keep a list of testimonials. And when I need them, I put them there. But this one was specifically for a lead magnet. And so I took it and immediately put it on the page where I was offering that lead magnet. All right, and the last one is incentives for other bloggers to share your lead magnet. So, what kind of incentives can you give other bloggers to share your lead magnet? One, you could give them a higher commission if you have an affiliate program. So for me, tomorrow is my first Christmas masterclass. I'll do it again in November. But one thing I'm doing in November is any of my affiliates that send 3 emails about the November class will get a 10% increase in their commission. And they'll have to send me a copy of it so I can see it. And then another incentive would just be to do an email exchange. So how about I write an email to your list and you write an email to my list, and we will exchange it. Now, obviously, you sort of need to have similarities. Like if I had 2,000 people on my family eBiz list and I went to a blogger that had 35,000 people on their list, they're probably not going to do that. But someone with 5,000 might, depending on who it is and your relationship. So you need to be building good relationships with other bloggers. It seems sort of like networking online. Yes, you need to, because I have gotten to know other bloggers online, and because of that relationship, I can pop an email or I can pop on instant messenger or whatever this thing is on Facebook and ask someone a favor, and we can exchange. So 10 list building tips. Know your customer avatar, not write it out. Relationships first, money later. Lead magnet, follow-up messages, split testing, video, partner with other bloggers, images, testimonials, and incentives for other bloggers to share your thing. I was just going to see if there were any questions, but I don't see any questions. So now this is just the tip of the iceberg. We have a book that's List Building 101, but it has 101 ideas in it as well. And I actually took some of those ideas and tweaked them for this particular class. So if we don't have any questions, that'd be good. That's fine. I will put a link here to where you could get the mock-ups, the covers, and I think he may even have a software that will create the cover. You just type in the cover and pick an image, and then that's it. So anyway, well, I sure appreciate y'all spending time with me. I am Carrie Beck with Family eBiz. Y'all have a great day.